Yes, next split. We're just going through these. That's too light. Okay. Do I not have one? I feel like I have this. Okay. So, considering everything is obviously gonna go right, we will have a blazing button active while starting this thing. Just immediately go down to the barrier, skip tutorial, and go upwards. Press the button, forth to the bottom, and then we just ignore the puzzle because we can just launch it. And go to here. I should note, pressing this button here, doesn't do jack shit. So it's not important. So we just want to skip everything and just go straight in here. And we just want to ignore this room exists, and we're going to jump off to here. There are two ways to do this, one in ice, one in neutral. The neutral way looks like this. And you want to jump and then stop your jump by meleeing. See, I can't do it backwards. Or at least I'm bad at it. Dude, this is embarrassing. For some reason this is really hard. Anyway, we'll just cheat. The other way is in ice. Let's wait for this bubble to just pop. Ice, it's basically just the exact same. And you can actually do this in one try, if you're good. Clearly I'm not. The other thing, the other way to do this, if you are on keyboard, is you do this, and then you do the exact same. But for some reason that's apparently easier on keyboard. Don't ask me. I don't play on keyboard. And you press the button and you run here. If you have trouble with this room on keyboard, ask Jürgenstein. Here, ice, take this bubble, go into here, stand against this bubble. You don't actually have to be that precise about it, but somewhat line up against this button and then run straight. And from here, you want to jump to this platform. And into this corner on the fence, and then straight up. This is not easy. I should note, it takes a lot of practice. So just make a file, a quick save, practice in this. Sometimes you'll fall down here, in which case there's no easy way to get back up. You just have to complete this puzzle. Now, while out here, you want to do circuits. So, I again suggest you follow along with the notes for NMG that you can find in guides. But this is the pattern you want to do. Okay? So let's look at it. That's the pattern. You don't switch anything around and you don't get anything indeed. If you've done anything perfectly, your blazing gun should still be active for this fight. Go into the fight, walk down here where I'm standing, so that the fireballs that comes out when you break him don't hit the bubble. Then dash up here and hit like that. Full combo, and then a single isolated will kill him if you have blazing gun active. Otherwise, just continue hitting him. Okay? It's not really a hard fight. I don't really think I need to show it again. If you want to see it again, go back and watch it again. It's consistent. Complete these puzzles basically normal. Remember to press this button. We will be going through here again, and it's just easy to know you've done it. I don't actually think you can miss the button, but just in case. Go up here, and we are not going to be grabbing that chest, but we are going to be doing this part. You only need to hit the first one, as you can just easily long jump the second one with a single. And then we're gonna walk down here, and then jump over to this platform. It's hard jumping back, but you get the idea. You jump from this to this. It's not that hard of a jump. If you want, you can make a quick save here and just jump back and forth. Jump and then quick save and then jump and then, quick load. whatever. We go down here and go into here. Pressing this button is again not important. Now, if everything has gone well, your blazing button will still be active. And there's a strategy for killing this room quickly. So we go down here and we just jump over here and then immediately jump back. And we want to stand underneath this guy so that these two line up. Then switch to neutral. We're going to do 1, 2. Okay, I missed it because I was slow because I wanted to count. But quickly shoot it once or twice and then heat shoot it, break both of these at the same time. Now I actually need to quickly reload this room because otherwise the perfect strategy won't work. Let's try that again. This is not an easy room to get right. And you want to kill both of these about at the same time. Charge shot, charge shot, charge shot. Ice 12, kill all three at the same time. Right, so that's the room when it goes great. That's never how the room works. Oftentimes the room will fuck you over. Let's see if we can just do it one more time. So we go down here. See where I'm standing? And then just ice. Sometimes they fuck you over and one of them gets hit to this platform here. Try to get both of these up and then kill both these and then go back down to kill this one. And sometimes you have to improvise. Remember, you can always do this to kill one of them. So if one is giving you a lot of trouble, remember you have SP. Yeah, you don't have to wait for this one. You can just, as soon as the shot has hit the lock, you can go into the stall. So, unlike some other things, you can immediately go into the stall. You don't have to wait. And we go back here, back up here, and into the next fight, which is again nicely choreographed. And again, if you do everything perfectly, your blazing one will still be active. So we go up, charge shot, charge shot, charge shot, and then just kill this. And then we do shoot, shoot, charge shot, charge shot. So either that or melee, and then dash 3 times and indigo strike. The reason we indigo strike is because indigo strike will continue moving us while the cutscene is playing. So if you don't do a ice roll here, you do 3 dash shots and then towards the door. And when do you do an ice roll? When do you melee? If you hit both of them with your melee, you do an ice roll. If you don't and can hit both of them with an ice roll, you do ice roll. And if you can only hit one with ice roll, then you melee both of them. Okay? Should I do that one more time? Let's do that one more time. It's one of those rooms where you just have to be aware. You have to wait until these guys are vulnerable before you shoot. And sometimes these guys like to fuck you up. Okay, I missed. I was not close enough, but otherwise it would have worked. Okay, next room. Long jump, normal jump, and then you can actually just normal jump this as well. But for speed, we long jump. Pick up this and go into here. If you want to be fast, you indigo strike right after this door instead of dashing. Don't start dashing like this and then, oh, I'm gonna indigo strike here. Don't. You need the indigo strike too soon in the next room. So if you want to indigo strike, do it in the beginning to save like that 0.1 second. You jump here, you jump down on this, and notice how far away I am from the blood until I start jumping. It doesn't automatically jump where you actually think the texture ends. Like you can stand here. This is the edge. So it's only after clearing this edge, you do a buffered dash arm down here, and then immediately into the stall. If you're having extreme amounts of trouble with this, you can also just do this. It's a bit slower, but it's an option. I don't actually think you can do a normal dash out here. And obviously, the barrier, the block lane tricks me as well. No, you need to do a dash out. And again, control players, we don't need to do this, but computer players, I think it's easier. I may be wrong, and it's just a hobby. I immediate and then long jump, but that's not really necessary. Obviously, you can also just shoot it. The puzzle is supposed to be done. It's faster to just melee and long jump, but do whatever fits you, and then we long jump around this. So we land here. Okay. This fight, not really hard. Or maybe a bit hard, but not that hard. So we go in and we stand right underneath them on this here. Do a hail flurry, and then just hit him with ice, and then line up where we think the boxes fall. So you want to stand down. You don't want to do that because that's a soft lock. Good thing I showed that. Completely intentional, obviously. You want to stand down. Okay. And the reason we stand down directly below is then he will come towards us, which makes sure that he doesn't fall over the top edge here. He can sometimes fall over the top edge here if you don't do this. See if I can do that. So hitting him here. Okay, let's try without him walking. Okay, it didn't hit him over the top edge, but it can. Trust me. I died because of flames. So, just to be safe, stand right down below him. Hail flurry, dodge those guys. Oh, and he didn't walk. Great. But he will most of the time. Stand below. Oh, I gotta love the energy. Pick up white key, pick up precious metals. We'll be selling those later. Go here. You don't technically need to hit this, but it makes the jump so much easier. Oh, excuse me. It makes the jump way easier, and then just go into here. And do this puzzle almost normal. So, while standing up here, we do a buffered dash up. And it is not precise. I don't know why I lined it up that precisely. It's not actually that precise. It's actually really, not really that precise. So, ice, jump up onto the platform, heat, run down, buffer dash out or map dash out, whatever you find easier. And then into this fight, which is mostly like the old ones. Except we just get introduced to a new enemy, this guy. You can hit him as soon as he starts lining up for his shot, and just hail flurry and shoot. So as soon as you see them lining up for a shot, hail flurry and shoot. Oh, I missed. And go here. If you missed the 10 quick kill, you will get an extra level up here. That's the level up of shame. Though it's not really that shameful to miss it. Otherwise, you hit him with a charge, dash through, and then hit him with a hail flurry. Okay? This route, you do a buffer dash out, or a map dash out, whatever you find easier in the moment. They both work. Over to here, go here. And then there are multiple ways to do this part, and there are actually also multiple ways to do this part. Let's say you fail this. Oh no, I don't want to wait for SP. Well, if you're good at the game, you can just do this. So that's a bit of a backup. It's pretty hard. I don't suggest you spend time actually learning this, but it's there if you want to learn it. Now, here, there are a few things that you can do. You can do this, and then jump directly here. You can go down here. Oh. Jump. Oh. Jump here, and jump here. Oh. Oh. Yes. That's how it's done. Personally, I go for the first one once, and then I just go for this. That's what I find easiest. For some reason I find that hard right now, but it's not. You pick up the key, go in, you save the game, you create a new save file or overwrite another one, doesn't matter. You return to title and press continue. The reason I'm spawning here and not at the door is because I quick saved. So normally when you press continue, you'll spawn here, and then you just walk into the door. And now you have the key. As you can see, we have 2 keys now. go here. So here, you want to line up at the, not the complete edge, but like at the diagonal part here, jump over, and then aim. You can see the red dots of my aiming line. I aim those in between this these two fence posts here, so this one and this one. I aim basically in between those, and I shoot 2 charge shots, and that will bring down this. If you want to find a setup that works better for you, you can. I just like this because it's not precise. Let's just actually make that quick save. It's not that precise at least. And then you go down, and as you jump, you long jump over. The reason you long jump is because if you don't, you jump, and then you have to jump over this again, which just loses time. So just long jump the first time you jump. And now this puzzle. There are a lot of ways to do this puzzle. There is the no block moving setup, which is really precise. There it is. There's the 1 block setup. Which is less precise. And then there's the full block setup. I do the 1 block setup, I'll show the full block setup. I suggest you either do the full block setup or the 1 block setup. So let's start with the 1 block setup. You push this block here, and you go up here, and you go against the edge here, jump over, and then attack backwards. Then you line up your shot against this guy's, you can see there's a lighter edge at the bottom of this, at the puzzle part here, the candle or whatever you want to call it. So you line up against that edge, and you shoot. That will spawn the dented crown, which you need. Then we do that again. Oh, as you can see, I fucked it up. And then we do it again in ice, which will unlock the door. You need this to light up the blue thingamajig here before you go through this door, otherwise you will fail the puzzle and have to do it again. Now, not everyone does it that way. Some people like to move the puzzle blocks, and they find that lining up the shot is hard. So the way you move the puzzle blocks is like this. And so when doing it like this, you don't really have to line up anything, you just shoot. It's a very marginal time loss. And then you equip the dented crown. Always remember, equip the dented crown, equip the dented crown, equip it. Sometimes you'll forget, don't forget. Okay. Cutscene. This shot can be sort of hard to line up. Just look at the dots. Just go through. You only need to press this thingy, this switch here. This one's not important. You basically just solve this puzzle normally. This shot is the hardest to line up. Sometimes you will accidentally do something along these lines, which sucks. Or worse, you do something along these lines. If this happens, go out of the door, go into it again, and try again. Okay? So, straight up, double, and this one will respawn. That's how you get through it. And remember to press the switch, and then just straight up. Dash the button, and shoot this into it. That's not what we want, obviously. I'm just distracted. So, solve the first part of the puzzle normally, and long jump the second part. You need to hit that switch. This really isn't going well for me. I should say Fajro is an extremely hard split to do optimally. It's not really a split that you will fail so much as it is just a hard split to do correctly. So what did I do there? I shoot this twice down towards the puzzle, stand on top of the switch, switch to ice, and then just shoot it twice. There are other ways to do that are slightly faster. I know Synth, he does this and then goes to the button, I don't know. My setup works for me. I find it easy. You basically never fail the puzzle doing it. You have to be really bad at it to fail the puzzle doing it, so do that. Now, if you're good at the game, you have an extra spice button. in this route. Maybe you haven't used it at this point. Maybe you think you don't need it. You can eat it here. So if you trust yourself that you don't need the extra spicy bun, you can eat it here and make this fight and the next fight quicker. Otherwise, we don't eat anything for this fight. We go into the fight and then immediately up into this corner. Oh. We're supposed to break both of those with the same Let's try that again. So up into the corner as soon as these guys spawn. Go over these guys. You can stand here and you can aim up here if you want to look cool. And this guy. And so, importantly, this is the last one we get. So we want to move this guy. Let's see if we get this. Okay. So, optimally, we want to move the switch so he doesn't spawn the bubble that fast. I can just try that again. I actually made a quick save, but let's just ignore that I did. Aiming up here. Oh. Okay, again. So what we do is for now we fucked up the spawn of that guy. Oh wow! This is so embarrassing. Let's try again. If you fail, it's just backup strategy, but I really want to show you the actual strategy. It's an actual cool strat. Just for some reason started it by now. Yes. Too close to him. But anyway, you get the idea. When I hit the ball as soon as it spawns, make sure he doesn't hit it, and then kill him. Let's do it one more time. Let's see if we cannot get it perfectly. Come on. Okay, I already fucked up the start, as you can see. Trash. So the reason that wasn't like this because again it was too close. I swear to God you can do that normally. But for some reason, obviously when I'm recording a tutorial that's supposed to show how to optimally do something, it doesn't work. That was just really bad. Almost the optimal strat so far. No, are you serious? This one works, so let's get rid of it. Like that. You want to time it, basically. Maybe some practice, perhaps more than I have. Get good at it. Unlike me, who's apparently shit at it. I swear it's not actually that hard. But for some reason it's just not working right now. Okay. Another fight coming up that never works the way it's intended to. Spawn these guys, move down a bit. Dash up, kill the last one. 1, 2, 3, and dash up, kill the last one. 1, 2, 3, dash diagonally up, kill this one. 1, 2, 3, dash diagonally across, kill this one, and then immediately. Okay, it almost worked. I'll show it again. Move down a bit. Dash up, kill the last. 1, 2, 3, dash up, kill this one. 1, 2, 3, dash up, kill this one. 1, 2, 3, dash up. Oh, no SP, great. And that's always a struggle. Why not? That's good enough. The last part can be a bit chaotic, you just have to adapt to it. But the first part, you move down a bit, dash up, and kill the last one. Go down here, hit this guy 3 times, and dash upwards, kill the last one. Go down here, hit this guy 3 times, dash like this, kill this guy. And then spawns here, hit this guy 3 times, do this, and kill this guy. There should be 2 left after that. 2 or 3, depending on how good you are at killing them. Okay. You just complete this puzzle normally, basically. I'll tell you in different timings. So when the big ball has passed this guy, we should do this. When the big ball is on this, we should these guys with it. When the ball is on this, we shoot it with ice. And then just immediately shoot upwards here. And then we have to do circuits. Maybe that was a bit too fast. We do this guy, this attack node here, and we do this attack node, and this attack node. Now, if you got this attack node earlier, get this attack node and this attack node. Okay? And then we go to here, and we go here, and we press this. The last thing we do is we switch health level to Snowflake. And I'll just show that entire room one more time. Just continue. We unlock all of these guys. Charge shot. Immediately hit this one. Wait until the ball passes the barrier this keeps up. Wait until the ball is on top of that. Wait until the ball is on top of the key icon. Shoot up. Eat a flaming gun and do circuits. And we do attack. We do attack. Attack. And we do attack. And then we remember to switch. That's it. Now, this fight is not easy, as no fight is. The strategy we're going to use is hitting them with the snowflake, and then before it actually hits them, switching to heat, as that will give us enough attack. As you can see, we have 2 attack more. That will be enough attack that they actually die from the snowflake instantly on the normal guys. So I'll show that. So, shoot and switch, and they die. So you can see I switched back to ice too quickly, so they didn't actually all die. Then we do charge shot. Okay, this guy tries to move. Okay, we do the same here, except this guy doesn't die. So you either run up to him or you shoot him, depending on where he is, and depending on what you do. If there are 2, we do normal shots, and if there are 3, which there will be here, we do this. Then these guys spawn, you guard the first one, and then you wait on the second one. Optimally, you're lucky, and it hits all of them. These are just 2. Like this. And then for the final triplet, and yes, I'll show it again. We guard, guard, okay, I'll show that again. I need to use that aspect so you can run. So, combat on, switch to him. Shoot, shoot. Now 2, just shoot them. Where's the last one? Can't find it. The same strategy here. 2, and just shoot. Next one will be a triple. We need to guard the first one. I switched to ice to see, you saw, because this one didn't die. And then optimally, we want all 5 of these to get hit at the same time. So you can see that didn't happen there. Okay, wait. And then here we got the first 2. Snowflake. Oh no. So you can sometimes be lucky and manage to shoot him. The reason that failed is because I didn't actually switch to heat. Quick enough? Let's do it one more time. Need to remember to eat this flaming run outside of the room. The next one spawns right as these, the point things hit the timer. And so you can start shooting them basically there. But not quite. Because you need to let them clear the lava before you hit them. And as you can see, right now we don't have enough SP and we will get enough SP to actually do the final part of the strategy. And so in that case, you split them up like that. Alright, I think that's everything. If something goes wrong, just use charge shots like normal. Yeah, so we pick up this key, go into circuits, switch to Hell Flurry, and switch to Flame Jab. And then go. So, final boss fight of Fajro. This is a long split, it's a hard split, it's a technical split. It's Temple Mine on steroids is what it is. Alrighty. Some people like to eat a spicy bun before this fight. I like to eat it during the fight, because I like to use the flaming bun during the fight as well. So they recently switched to Hell Flurry because that's a lot of attacks hitting it. If you're good at the game, you don't actually have to see any attacks on the first phase. After breaking him once, we switch to neutral and we hit it. A bunch of time. Here I eat my spicy bun, some people choose to eat it before the fight, I just like eating it instead. Okay, 3, 1, 2. And if you see you have extra SP, you can go for a skip here, which is this. And I'm doing it slow just because I don't want to feel it when showing it, and I feel it anyway. But you can actually do that jump. The main problem being, it's hard. It's really hard to see when you jump. And I haven't bothered getting consistent at it yet. Perhaps choose to skip it. Oh, I'm missing one here. Oh, didn't get it. So let's see if I can get it this time. That's not it. That's not it either. Let's try it one more time. That's not it. No, it was actually it. Perhaps don't do it when you're going to die from it. That's how it's supposed to look. Neutral. I already ate a spicy bun, so I don't think the damage this time. It should line you up, but you always have to lazy attack, you know, RNGs, no one favors the bow. Okay, that's enough. So you can see how this would be faster to actually get the skip. You get the skip, stand on top of the moth, like I do normally, because otherwise the bubble will hit you. And that sucks, because you take a lot of damage from them. As you saw earlier, I'm dying. I could have done another. Okay, let's do it. There we go, so like this. That's the moth fight. That's not the quick save I thought I had. Let's continue. I'll do it one more time. It's the end of the split anyway. Nothing else to say. Okay, I did all this. When he does the ball attack in the first phase, he will always be bending his head down to it. Well, it is not certain that he will bend his head down in this way. sometimes they're perfect, though, like they hear the jump. Sometimes it can be really hard to hear the jump during the fight. But yeah, that's it. Don't switch up your eyes. After the command, just dash 3 times and then they go straight up. That's the split. It's a struggle, I will say, as you probably saw from how much I struggled with showing it. There are a lot of things that I can improve on in this split personally. There are a lot of things that every runner in the game could probably improve on the split, even Synth, perhaps, maybe, I don't know. It's definitely the second hardest split, I would say. I think the hardest split for me is the Shock Temple, Sonaji. Just from a combat perspective, but from a technical perspective, this is definitely hardest. Just doing every fight right is so hard during a run. So don't feel bad if it takes you a long time to learn the split. Don't feel bad if you don't learn all of the right things to do in the split yet. If you find it hard and stuff like that. It takes time, give it time. Just focus on getting through it, learning the route, thinking about where can I cut corners when I'm learning the game, where do I want to go back, where do I want to focus my time. Things like the moth jumps, the last one on the Mega Moth, they aren't important to learn as a beginner, I would say. I highly suggest you just, maybe try them once, as with rookie jumps, and then just ignore them while learning the game. And again, always feel free to ask any sort of questions. If you want to see someone actually do the split correctly, check out Sim's PB. Or my PB. I think I actually nailed it in my PB. Maybe. Who knows? Sim's probably better. He gets a gold in his current PB as of recording this. So if you want to see how to really do the split fast, check out that. That's it for now. See you some other time.